want to find the angle whose tangent is -1. This one will be drawn in quadrant 4. You do not need to worry about how I know that. You just need to draw where I tell you, quadrant 4. So here's my butterfly bow tie in quadrant 4. And I'm looking for this angle right here. That's the angle I'm looking for. And I don't know what that angle is, but his tangent is -1/1. So what do I know about the sides of that triangle? Opposite's -1 and adjacent is 1. Would you agree with that? Which makes this square root of 2, which makes the angle how big? 45 degrees. Now remember, the angle is your answer. But if you say 45 degrees, it's going to be wrong. Because isn't 45 degrees right here? Between 0 and 90, isn't 45 up here? So that angle is 45. But to make it, I didn't go up 45, I went down 45 to get it in quadrant 4, which means what's the measure of that angle? Well, we could say 315, somebody's really thinking, or we could just say -45. Isn't -45 what brings me down? I mean, doesn't the negative come down? So the people who said 315, you said, well, all the way around is 360, right? This is 270 and this is 360, or somewhere in between those. So if this is 270, then that's 45, and add them together and you get 315. So that would be another option. Actually, with this notation, -45 is the best answer. It's what your calculator would say, but I'm not gonna mark it wrong if you say 315.
With like the little red line, how do you know which way to measure? Because like with that one you went that way, now you're going this way. What tells you?
Well, I could have gone this way, but that would have given me a negative angle, and I'd rather have a positive one if I can have one. I always start at 0. This is 0. I always start here, and I have to go around until I get to my angle. So I had to go all the way over to here. I just got done explaining you could go all the way around this way, and then your answer would be 315. But a better answer is -45 because that's a shorter angle to get to the same spot. You see what I mean?
So with the other one, if it was negative, it'd be -180.
What?
That one, if we did do a negative for that one, what would it be?
Well, it'd be 180 and 60, it'd be -240, but no one ever does that. All right, let's do one more. Where am I? The angle whose sine is √3/2. Now, that's a positive number, √3/2. These are positive. And I told you that when they're positive, you're going to draw it in quadrant 1, right? Now, this is a sine value. So what do you know about √3 and 2? They're opposite and hypotenuse, because that's what sine is. And if you care, this one's a 1 then, right? But the answer is going to be this angle right here. What angle is that? 60 degrees. Now, I keep harping on you and saying, but you can't put 60 down as the answer. Can you this time? Yes. This answer is 60 degrees. We're going to do one more. Sorry. Yeah, one more. That one didn't take very long. So let's look at this one. This one is the angle whose cosine is negative root 3 over 2. And I'm going to tell you that's quadrant 2. So draw your triangle in quadrant 2, because I'm going to tell you that. You don't need to worry about it. Draw it where I tell you. What do we know about the root 3 and the 2? It's adjacent over hypotenuse. And that would make this side 1. But this is what you need right here. How big is it? That's a 30. But 30 isn't the answer, because clearly the answer is between 90 and 180, right? The answer is over here in quadrant 2. So the answer is going to be this angle right here, which is how big? 150 degrees. Perfect. Very nicely done. All right, here's the good news. We are seeing